Hello, this is Brian Mounts with topofmycoffee.com. Today I'm coming to you with the shortest Keurig coffee maker review probably you'll ever come across. You see that little teal machine back there? That's the Keurig K Express. It came out earlier in 2021, in the springtime roughly. I've been using it here for the past week and a half or so, and I kind of like it for a basic entry-level model. Let me tell you a little bit more about it. This thing is simple. Now I've got it sitting right next to the Keurig K Supreme Plus Smart, which is complex. If you want to learn about the best Keurig coffee makers, just Google Top Off My Coffee, Best Keurig, and you're going to find a whole bunch of information. But for this, we're talking you get 6, 8, and 10. Those are your buttons. You got on, and then you pop a K-cup in there. You've got the single point needle instead of the multi. Close it and just brew. That's it. That's really all there is to it. Now while it's brewing, I'm going to turn it to the side. You see this water reservoir up to the max line. The box says it's 36 ounces, but I can put 40 ounces of water in there all the way up to the max line. Now here's the thing. The minimum line is pretty high. It's telling me to add water right now. There's a pretty good amount still in the reservoir. It is just barely under the minimum line, however. Basically, I can brew 3 cups of 8-ounce coffee. That's 24 ounces, and then 14 ounces is left, and it's at that minimum line. Sometimes the add water light comes on at that point. Certainly, if you do an 8-ounce, an 8-ounce, and a 10, you're going to be down to that minimum line, and you're going to have to add water. Now, what that means is that no matter how big that water reservoir is, your effective use of the water reservoir is really only about 25 ounces or so. It's about 3 cups of coffee, maybe 4 if you're only doing 6-ounce cups. Because this thing doesn't have a strong button, the 6-ounce cup of coffee brews, it starts dripping in about 8 to 9 seconds, and then it's done 46 seconds later. It's a 46-second water to grind contact time. If you move it up to the 8-ounce setting, it adds about 10 to 11 seconds to the brew time. The same thing as you go up to the 10-ounce setting. Here's an example of another cup that I brewed, this time with a thermometer in it. This is the thermometer that I've used for most of my coffee maker reviews. It's an analog, obviously. When you preheat the cup and brew a larger portion size, this thermometer will inch up into the high 160s up to 170. The thing is, that is pretty much in line with all of the Keurigs when you take the temperature of the coffee in the cup. The highest I've ever recorded any Keurig is in the upper 170s, around 178. Up here where it actually brews, the temperature is almost always closer to 190. What makes this kind of cool is that it's better than the K Slim, because the K Slim is a little bit more cumbersome to add water to. Also, the K Slim doesn't offer that 6-ounce setting, so you only get 8, 10, and 12. I've got review comparisons, not necessarily reviews, but comparisons of this to all of the other entry-level Keurigs. I'm going to link to them all down in the description below. I suggest you take a look at them. This is part of the Essentials line. It's the Walmart version. There's a few different colors. Again, if you Google Top Off My Coffee Keurig, you're going to find a whole bunch of information about Keurigs. I own these things, I buy these things, I try these things. I know an awful lot about them. So if you want to learn anything about them, I probably got that information over on my website or here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Leave any questions down in the comments.